What is up, YouTube? It's Rules for Rebels here, and today we are talking about counterfeit items on Amazon. So, I'd actually meant to do a video on the topic of counterfeits. There's been a lot of blog posts and stuff lately about how a lot of sellers are upset that Amazon is allowing a lot of Chinese manufacturers and sellers to come in offering counterfeit or knockoff versions of their products. So I've been meaning to make a video about that. That's another issue entirely. I wanted to share my personal experience that just happened to me recently last week while I was actually away on vacation. And Amazon essentially accused me of counterfeiting my own private label item. So it's kind of funny, right? Because that's akin to Amazon telling Nike, hey, we think you're selling knockoff Nikes. And Nike's like, hey, we're Nike, these are our shoes, we own this brand, we created this listing. So that's basically what happened to me. So first off, I get a letter from Amazon, you know, we have received complaints, or it has come to our attention that you may be selling a counterfeit item. You know, please provide supporting documentation of invoices, purchase orders, bills of landing, etc., etc., etc. So this kind of freaked me out because I never like having problems with eBay or Amazon, and sometimes even a glitch, even if you're completely in the right and you haven't violated policy or done anything wrong, can cause your account to be suspended, and then good luck trying to get an Amazon rep on the phone or somebody to rectify it. I think I've told you guys one of my previous situations, Amazon had about 40 grand of my money for 4 months and refused to respond to anything. Finally, after sending an email to Jeff Bezos and the executive offices directly, I was able to get my money released, and I actually reopened my account and put it back in good standing. This story, however, I get this letter from Amazon, so I scrounge up some invoices, right? And it's kind of, I'm away on vacation, so I don't have access to all my documents and stuff like that. It's not really what I want to be doing, so I kind of quickly grab together a couple of PayPal invoices because my supplier does allow me to pay through PayPal, and I submit this stuff to Amazon. Well, Amazon comes back and says, you know, that's not suitable forms of documentation. So I shoot my partner a text, and I'm like, hey man, you know, I'm kind of more the Amazon guy. He kind of handles a couple other aspects of our business. So I say, hey, could you scrounge up a couple invoices and send them over to Amazon? So he does that. Well, Amazon comes back and says the proof isn't sufficient. They're removing our listing. We're no longer able to sell that item. If we try to relist it, they may ban our selling privileges. So a couple days go by. You know, I was away for about a week. A couple days go by. Finally, I'm back in town. I get together some invoices. I clearly highlight and everything the part of the invoices for this particular product, and I sent it back into Amazon, and fortunately I actually got a pretty quick response. By the next morning, my Amazon listing is back up, and I get an email from Amazon stating that basically that my proof was acceptable and they're going to put the listing back up. However, if you have any more complaints, we may remove your selling privileges. Now, with this particular item, and this particular listing that I'm talking about here, this is my item. This item is manufactured just for me. Nobody else has this item. I started buying kind of, I guess we could say, a generic version of it, and I had my supplier, the manufacturer, kind of tweak it to make it custom just for me. So this is my product. This is my private label product. This is my brand. I'm the one who created the original Amazon listing. And despite all of this, Amazon kind of has the gall, so to speak, to say that I'm selling the counterfeit version of a listing I created of a product that I've private labeled and of a product that's manufactured specifically for me. So anyhow, you know, I do give Amazon some credit for actually figuring things out correctly, getting my listing back up. By the time I finally did sit down and really get together all my proof and stuff and submit it, they did accept it and get me back up pretty quickly. So props to Amazon for that. As far as why this happened, to be completely honest with you, I'm not even really sure why it happened. Basically, there's one or two situations that I think could have happened. One is I'm the top seller for this product, so obviously other people want to get my spot, want to outsell me, want their product on top. So it's possible one of my competitors, you know, one of the 2 or 3 guys below me, maybe reported my item as being counterfeit or not as described or whatever else, basically in an effort to try to sabotage my business or get my product knocked off so that their product could surge to the top. Because once I'm gone, the next person below me is going to become the, you know, Amazon bestseller or whatever you want to call it. So that's one possibility. Another possibility is just a glitch. I've heard some people report that if somebody leaves, like in one instance, what caused somebody's product to be flagged as counterfeit was one of their buyers said, you know, something to the effect of, Okay, so sorry guys, I was going down an alley and there's a truck coming at me, so I had to back up there. But one of their buyers had made some comment in a review to the effect of, I got this item, I absolutely loved it. And they said something to the effect of, I'd previously bought a knockoff from blah, 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 store, site, whatever, and it wasn't as good, this is the real deal. Well, somebody simply mentioning the word knockoff or counterfeit or fake in a review, or, you know, in relation to a listing, possibly even in a message or something like that, that is enough for Amazon's, you know, kind of automated system to kind of detect that and, you know, flag the listing or put the listing under review. Oh, sorry, I just hopped out to get my coffee there. A little bit out of it. Threw me off a little bit. Anyhow, like I said, you know, somebody simply using the word counterfeit, knockoff, etc. in a listing, even if it's not saying that this product is a counterfeit, but just using the word period, is sometimes enough to, you know, flag Amazon's algorithm or automated systems and put your listing under review. So, fortunately, everything got resolved for me because I was away for a week. You know, and there were a couple days before I could respond, and then they didn't accept my stuff, etc. I probably missed out on 6 or 7 days worth of sales at, say, 15 bucks per unit, maybe, I don't know, 6 units a day, whatever it is. I probably lost out on about $500 worth of sales because of this whole thing happening. Now, this is why I really stress that it's important not to put all your eggs in one basket. Don't just be an Amazon seller. Don't just be an eBay seller. Sell on Amazon, sell on eBay, sell on your own Shopify website or BigCommerce or whatever it may be. Reason being, if this didn't pan out well for me and Amazon shuts my account down, well, there goes my Amazon business. And if I don't have anything else going, I'm kind of screwed. However, if I have a private label product and people like my product called, you know, the Happy Chef or whatever else it may be, if my listing gets taken down on Amazon, hopefully people will still be able to find me and my product on eBay or Shopify or social media or wherever else and buy it elsewhere. Fortunately, like I said, this situation wound up working out, but you never really know what Amazon's going to do. You never really know what eBay is going to do. And like I said, I have been in situations where through no fault of my own, my account winds up getting frozen, and it's taken me 3 to 4 months to get any resolution to the situation. So if Amazon's a big part of your income, could you afford to go 3 to 4 months without any pay? You know, maybe, maybe not, but in any situation, it's not good. So one other concern I had about this, and then I'll cut this video short because I'm just kind of rambling at this point. Amazon made me send in invoices and all this other stuff. Well, one thing that somewhat caused a problem is when I first started ordering from my supplier, I was doing C shipments, so everything was very well documented. I had professional, you know, invoices, bills of landing, etc. And that stuff is very clear proof that I ordered the product. The problem is, because I've kind of developed a good relationship with my supplier, things are a little bit less formal than it used to be. So I mean, now she takes PayPal from me. She'll send me PayPal invoices. I pay the PayPal invoice, and she ships out my products. So PayPal invoices are not very formal. A lot of times it'll just say, like, you know, a PayPal, you know, on a professional bill of landing, it's going to have like all the manufacturer's address, email information, things like that. And Amazon wants to see that so that they can potentially contact the supplier, you know, if they doubt the stuff that you're putting in, or if they want to verify it. You know, they want to see, like, if your product has a SKU number or a UPC, they want to see that mentioned in the thing. So on my earlier invoices and things like that, when it came by sea and I had to go through customs and I had bills of landing, it had all that stuff. However, since we've started doing things more informally and I'm doing smaller orders and they're shipping by air, you know, I just have a PayPal invoice, and she doesn't put all that information on it. It's literally just the name of the product, one word name of the product that I'm selling, you know, no UPCs, no SKU numbers, no, you know, nothing else like that. And so that's kind of why Amazon originally turned down my documents as not being acceptable supporting documents. Fortunately, you know, I did have some earlier bills of landing and things like that. I put them in touch with my supplier. Everything got resolved. The one other thing I wanted to point out why this is kind of scary is I made a video a while back titled "Amazon is Coming for Your Private Label Product," and about how Amazon is basically copying successful private label products, undercutting the price, and basically ruining people's business for their private label products. So with that happening, you know, Amazon's kind of playing both sides of the fence. They're taking 15% of my money and being my fulfillment center, and then at the same time they're using that back-end data to, you know, which is kind of proprietary, secret, whatever, to my business, to then copy my product and compete with me, and we're competing on the same platform that Amazon owns. So who do you think they're going to give priority ranking to, their product or my product? Obviously their product. So my concern here is I just had to turn over to Amazon my supplier, all the sensitive info about my product, the price that I'm paying for it, etc. So it would be pretty easy for Amazon to run over to my supplier and say, hey, we want to order this stuff too, and come up with their own label and basically drive me out of business. And I actually had been contacted by the Amazon vendor program who wanted to buy from me wholesale to resell. So it's, I don't want to think the worst of Amazon, but it's kind of scary that you know, Amazon's going after all these people's private label products, and then they make me turn over all this information about my supplier and everything else. So we'll see if Amazon all of a sudden soon pops up with their own version of my product. But anyhow, it is what it is. But I just wanted to share a little bit of info there about Amazon counterfeit violations, what they are, and how to avoid them. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. So give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button just to the bottom left. And stay tuned, guys. We got some more great content coming out later this week.